What's up, all my people? Welcome to rellikskool. I'm Killer. This is the Killer Logik channel. You already knew that. And if you didn't know, welcome to the channel. Whoop whoop. But I ain't much for chit-chat. So, y'all know Richard Allen and the Delphi case and all that's in trial right now.
Both the Oracle of Delphi in ancient Greece and Odinism shared sacrificial elements within their sacred practices, reflecting a mutual belief in giving up something valuable to gain divine insight. At Delphi, those seeking prophecy would present lavish gifts or sacrifices at Apollo's temple, a sign of devotion and a way to underscore the significance of the oracle's counsel. Similarly, in Odinism, wisdom and prophecy were often sought through symbolic sacrifices and acts of devotion, thought to deepen one's connection to higher truths and bring one closer to Odin's wisdom. These sacrificial acts in both Delphi and Odinism underscored the seriousness of seeking divine guidance.
Damn, Killer. It's so good.
Killer go way back. Killer used to dig, and he still do, in so many places, and so many things, so many scenarios, to just end up with this guy that was there and already interviewed before, and it was a paperwork mistake with a situation like you have in Delphi. So I don't have an opinion. I keep digging, I keep looking. If Richard Allen did it, and he needs to go down for it. But some things still puzzle Killer. So I just said this. I think motherfucker may be involved. Do I think it took more than one? Especially if he's the one that's involved because of his stature and what they had to do, and when you look at this no drag marks, like how you do it so fast and really no evidence. We can talk about that bullet thing. I got content on the forensic versus. I'm starting to see just to be released everywhere. Not with this case, you see everything breaking off. There's either people that think it's Richard Allen or people that don't. Well, I think no. I see a lot of people come up that why they not letting people in. There can be other suspects, Odinism and things like that. And how locked tight they got everything. And people like only know, like, ever heard of that, like, on them shows, like, Viking. Well, nah, bro. You know, here at rellikskool, we dig deep. We like to know exactly what it is we're dealing with, even though we may not know what it is exactly we're looking at. So it may seem something else. I'm just going to get into some data on what I know that I think you should know. RIP CHEK, prayers. The situation in Delphi, man. It's one of them cases that shook me. Cause even before, like, paperwork came up saying how everything was laid out, that's a lot of, man, that's some as above, so below shifty shit over there. Clock in. In rural Indiana, where the land stretches into dense, uncharted woods, a series of recent crime scenes has stirred chilling rumors. At first, each case appeared isolated, a single death. each in an abandoned or hidden area marked by symbols that no one could really decipher. Bodies were often arranged in positions that defied natural causes of death. Also, as if posed with purpose, eerily. At each scene, investigators reported the presence of strange, bluish markings on the grounds and walls resembling archaic symbols. The symbols glowed faintly in the dark and seemed to pulse with an invisible force, leaving locals to wonder if something far beyond the realm of logic was at play. For those familiar with the darker sides of occult practices, these symbols hinted at something ancient and unsettling. Odinism, a little-known mystical philosophy rooted in the concept of Occult Force, is thought to have a connection to these markings. Occult Force, coined by 19th century chemist and philosopher Baron Karl von Reichenbach, that's a mouthful, represents a universal energy that permeates all things, living and inanimate alike. Reichenbach, an unconventional scientist, dedicated his life to exploring the unknown, first through traditional chemistry and later by diving into mystical realms. But as the studies deepened, he became increasingly fascinated by the phenomenon that science could easily explain. His interest pivoted toward what he described as Occult Force, a kind of life energy believed that could be felt, sensed, or even harnessed by individuals with heightened sensitivity. Reichenbach's later years saw him fall out of favor with the scientific community, which viewed his work on Occult Force with skepticism, if not outright disdain. Nonetheless, he believed the Force held the key to understanding life's invisible connections, energies that bound humans to each other, and nature itself. In occult circles, Reichenbach's Occult Force was embraced as a potent concept. The Force is said to be influential enough to alter states of consciousness, connect minds, and if manipulated, even open pathways beyond our perception. Odinism, derived from these beliefs, proposes that by mastering Occult Force, kaboom, shake the ground, one can access hidden powers within the universe. Some practitioners in these circles see the Force as an ancient energy that, if harnessed in specific ways, can influence fate, connect the spirits, or bend reality itself. But in darker practices, Odinism veers towards something more disturbing, the notion of sacrifice. At the crime scenes in Indiana, the positioning of bodies along with strange objects left nearby, the ritual knives, charred animal bones, and veiled bluish candles hint at ritualistic activities. The locals whispered that these objects are tools to channel Occult Force, but for what purpose? According to experts on Occult rituals, the Force is believed to peak in strength through death, especially when life is taken in a specific ritualistic manner. Some believe that these deaths serve as sacrifices, each intended to change and charge the surrounding area with Occult Force and energy, which can be manipulated by whoever controls it. In certain interpretations of Odinism, it is believed that taking a life can open a pathway to unseen realms, where practitioners seek knowledge, power, or protection from beings beyond the physical world. These beliefs are unsettling, but not unheard of in the history of occult practice. Sacrifice is dark and is a thread woven through many esoteric systems, where the shedding of blood is seen as a way to invoke energies from an otherworldly plane. Some suggest that the individuals found that these crime scenes were sacrifices to fuel a larger ritual, one intended to amplify the practitioner's connection to the OIC Force. By feeding the energy through death, they believe they are invoking entities from beyond, or making offerings to unseen forces in exchange for knowledge or control over life's hidden currents. In the case of the crime scenes in Indiana, some theorize that these deaths could serve to empower an egregore connected to the OIC energy. Investigators found strange ritualistic arranged symbols and items that may have been used to anchor and feed such an entity. If this theory holds, it suggests that these deaths might not be random acts, but rather purposeful sacrifices to fortify egregores tied to their OIC force. Witnesses near the locations have reported an inexplicable heaviness in the air, a sense of dread that goes beyond the natural. It goes beyond the natural as though something unseen was watching or influencing the environment. So aligns with the theory that the egregore were born of OIC Force using energetic imprint impacting those who enter its vicinity. In the context of Odinism, egregore created and sustained through OIC Force might be capable of more than just subtle influence. Such an entity can be designed to protect a location, haunt it, or even serve as an unseen force manipulating the events toward a desired outcome. Practitioners might use it as a guardian or a bringer of fate, sending it forth to influence individuals, incite fear, and even trigger visions in those who encounter it. Over time, this egregore might evolve, absorbing not only the energy from the rituals, but also the very emotions and thoughts of those it affects. Growing in this intelligence and autonomy, ultimately, OIC empowered egregore will not be a mere servant, but a formidable presence, one that demands respect, and perhaps fear. Its influence can be felt in subtle disturbances. Shifts in fortune, or unexplained sinks around this creator, or the site where its rituals took place. To those outside the circle of Odinism, the presence of such an entity would make it seem like an invisible force that kind of haunts that could defy logical explanation. At these scenes, witnesses often report inexplicable sensations, a heavy, almost magnetic presence that makes Paris stand on end. Alright, y'all know rellikskool, once we clock in, start teaching class, everything will get cut off. So y'all just bear with me. Listen to killer speak. People describe feeling as though they're being watched, as though something more than human lingers in the air, is believed it by some, that the death scenes retain a residual of OIC Force, a kind of spiritual echo left behind by the ritual, binding both place and spiritual and eternal energy. A cycle. The force is channeled through these rituals of thought to leave an imprint, a lingering sensation that seeps into the land, forever altering its atmosphere. Ground and pound, the full quarter, last of the death. Karl von Reichenbach never envisioned his studies were involved in such a dark practice. He viewed OIC Force as a path to enlightenment, a means of connecting with the universe's mysteries. But with as many ideas that brush against the mystical interpretations that drifted over time, Odinism, once a study of life energy, has become a chilling tool for those seeking to pierce the veil. Tonight, why you think it's coming out today? We'll talk about it. If they don't let it in court, we bring it out. We have our own little debate in court. I want to talk about Richard Allen, Delphi, all these years. How they trying to put something on that simple. If he got something to do with it, that motherfucker about some kind of trick. Or not. Without sounding stupid or knowing, oh man. This case done had serial killers, done had Ron, done had. Y'all know what I'm getting. This little weasel motherfucker might have been in some kind of goddamn cult. Claw. Say it again. Claw von Reichenbach never envisioned his stories would survive in such dark practice. Don't we all, man? He viewed OIC Force as a path to enlightenment. These motherfuckers thinking, a means of connecting with the universe's mystery. That is with many ideas that brush across and against the mystical interpretation have drifted over time. Odinism, once a study of life energy, become a chilling tool for those seeking to pierce the veil between the worlds. The willpower in ways Reichenbach himself might have feared. And in the end, crime scenes and the strange phenomena surrounding them remain unexplained. A twisted legacy of an ancient energy. Theory transformed by the beliefs of those who seek not enlightenment, control over the invisible forces that lurk at the edge of our reality. These mysteries endure, leaving a haunting question what lies beneath the veil, waiting to be unleashed. This is rellikskool. I'm chilling. This is data and organism and straight action. You have to look at everything, every case. I'm not even a bandwagon. I'm letting this thing go. Delphi everywhere. Always there. Eat, sleep, drink, all the cases of Delphi. I am just a bridge. The fires. Y'all go around and know what I'm talking about. What motivates us. What motivates all of us. Work that down. But this is where the case ends. And you did to show me. I just ain't gonna look at a house. Like that. I'll see y'all.